morning, Mr. Saxena. Could you please confirm that you can hear me? Am I
Yes, I
audible?
can hear you. Yeah, yes, you are. You are.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well and having a great day so far.
Thank you. I
Thank you
hope
for
you too. You're.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Sorry.
Thank you so much for making yourself available for this meeting. I really appreciate it. So, regarding this meeting, it'll be in interview format and will take
Mhm.
approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I hope it's okay with you.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I will share my screen as and when required, and please consider that the questions that I ask, they'll be on behalf of my age group, which is around 11 to 13 years old. So, do you have any questions before we begin today's interview?
No, I don't. Please go ahead.
Okay. So, this is the agenda for today. It is split into three sections. In the first section, there'll be a set of questions asked,
Hmm.
which will then be followed by a personality check in the middle. It's just a fun activity and something for you to take away. And lastly, some suggestion and advice questions. So I
Hmm.
hope you're as excited as I am. So let's begin. So to begin with, I'll stop sharing and you'll start. So could you please begin with describing what your role is professionally?
All right, for sure. So yeah, I am working as a project manager in one of the airlines in one of the airlines in Canada, which is called WestJet. So yeah,
Mhm.
I have been doing project management for last few years now, around 6 to 7 years. So yeah, that's where I am. If you want to know my overall history, professional history, I can tell you that as well. But yes, right now I'm playing the role of a project manager.
Thank you. So I'm also interested to know if there are any like hobbies you enjoy. By the way, do you enjoy your
Mhm.
job? Do you like it? How do you feel about your
I,
job?
I I do enjoy my job for sure. Reason for it is yes, I'm doing project management, of course, from professional perspective, where I'm managing projects for my company. But if I look back at my overall life as well, I do have those traits that I like to keep things on track. I like to schedule something well in advance. So I have those kind of personality traits, you can say, so which aligns well with my current job. So yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So now I'm interested to know what hobbies you enjoy. It could be in lockdown or maybe it could be before lockdown.
Well, I to be honest, I don't have much hobbies. I know it's a boring answer, but yeah, in my downtime, on my free time, what I really enjoy is definitely watching some TV shows on Netflix or Amazon. That's how I pass my downtime, I would say. And yeah, I still have the love for cricket. So not playing that much nowadays, but definitely keep in touch with cricketing events around the world. So watch them as well.
Okay. So is there any is what's your favorite role in cricket?
Favorite? What? Sorry?
Role in cricket.
Favorite role, you mean?
Hmm.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. It has to be batting for sure.
Okay. So now moving on to the next question, is
Hmm.
there a like is there a soft skill you have that you're very glad to have?
Um, yes, I would say that, and it's a very important part of my job as well. I would say working well. I mean, working well with the group. What I mean to say is collaborating with people. That comes naturally to me, I feel, and which has definitely helped me in my current role or job, I would say.
Okay. So now still based on the line of skills,
Hmm.
is there like a skill that you really, really wished you had so you could be a better person, maybe?
Um, so better person professionally, you mean, right? In terms of my skills.
Yes.
Yeah, I sometimes feel I'm still working on it, that I'm able to delegate some of my duties to other people, which I can, and sometimes I fail at it. I would agree. I'm still working on it. That sometimes I take too much work on my plate, which I can definitely delegate to my team members. For example, I'm not very good at that. Still, I feel so. That is a work in progress for me. Hopefully, I will be achieving that goal at some point when where I am good at delegation as well.
Thank you. So yeah. So now moving from skills to advice, has there been a
Hmm.
time that you had been given a piece of advice
Hmm.
and that you had followed it? If so, could you please share it with me?
Yeah, there have been many, but early into my career, I remember when so I started as a software engineer, basically a software developer back in 2005. So in the few years when I started in my journey, in my professional career, I remember I used to take few things around me personally when something going wrong in a project, for example, which is in my part, um, which has nothing to do with my performance, for example, but it is collective team performance, for example,
Yeah.
so to say. So I used to take all that responsibility on myself and feel bad about few things which was not in my control, so to say. But very good advice I got from one of my seniors, which I still remember, that you can't control everything, right? You are just part of the wheel. You are even if you are project manager. I was not a project manager at that point, but even if you are project manager, you need all your team members to make something a success. So what I'm trying to say here is that any initiative is a team's, which I have of course realized long time back, that it is a team's or overall collaborative effort. So not any one person, just like cricket. Sachin Tendulkar can't win you the match every time, right? Everyone has to perform and have everyone has to chip in with their efforts. So yeah, that is one thing which I still remember, and I pursue with that.
So that so the piece of advice you have been given is that you
Mhm.
you do things, but not everything that you do is in your control.
Is in your control, and yes, you have to work, and that is one another thing which I said that I'm good at now, that working together with people, right? Because I know that the success of a project depends on everyone, it's not one person.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So now, is there a piece of advice you have been given and you really wish you had followed it? That you think you should have, like,
I should
yeah,
have followed it, and I didn't
yeah,
till now. I think it has to be connected back to the delegation part, right? I have been told uh, multiple times by my superiors or my managers in the past, and as I said, it's a work in progress, but it doesn't come naturally to me. I feel like I feel bad in saying no to people sometimes, in terms of if I see there is anything which I can do, I really jump in, even if it's not my area, for example. So I am not that good at that perspective till now, but I have made some progress. I would say I'm not that as bad as I was few years ago. So yeah, I hope to achieve that aspect as well in a few years, I hope.
mm-hmm. Thank you. So now, so we've pretty much finished the first section of this interview, but
Hmm.
just before we move on to the second part, could you please try to describe yourself in 3 words?
Right. That's a good question. I'm just thinking. Lots of words are coming to my mind, but I would say that's the one word
Mm-hmm.
I I've always received in feedback right from my schooling days, from my teachers or my managers, ex-managers. So one word will be definitely be sincere, uh, dedicated. That's the second word, and confident. That's, I would say, third. Confident. So these 3 words for sure.
So could you please explain parts of your life why you describe yourself with those words?
Um, sure. I guess sincere and dedicated are, I, I would say, close synonyms to what my personality is and what how I have led my life till now. Uh, I'm true to my duties, be it in when I was studying or when I'm doing a job. That whatever my goals are, for example, I have always been dedicated towards achieving them. At least I have tried to, and sincerely put in my efforts to achieve that. So those two things, on a general level, I would say, be it studies or be it professional life. And confident is, I would say that, in terms of anything I would like to achieve, I totally recognize that I may not achieve that in one go. For example, it can take multiple attempts for me to be successful at that, but I'm confident in achieving that. I don't lose hope if I am unsuccessful in my first few attempts. And general overall personality as well, I have been told multiple times that uh, I come as a confident personality in the stuff which I know, for example, to them. So in that area as well.
Okay. So now we will move on to the personality check.
Sure.
And if you ask me, I think it's probably the most fun part in this whole interview.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
We'll start, yeah?
Go ahead, please. Yeah, for sure.
So there aren't any right or wrong answers, and if you feel that there are any hard questions, feel free to skip them.
Hmm.
So can you please put the following five animals in the order of your preference?
Hmm. Okay. Sorry about my ignorance. If you can just name them as well, which are these animals? I recognize some of them, but just for
Yes,
the
sure.
same nomenclature. Yeah. Yeah.
Cow,
Okay.
horse, pig, sheep, and tiger.
Okay. So the middle one is the pork, you said? Is that what it is?
Pig,
Pig. And the third one? So after pig, what's there? Uh,
sheep.
Sheep. Okay, okay, I see. And the horse and tiger. Okay. In order of my preference. So starting from the one will be the most preferred, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. I would say horse,
Mm-hmm.
then cow,
Yes.
uh, tiger,
Hmm.
then sheep, then the last one, the pig.
Okay, thank you. So now this will define what your priorities in your life are.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So each one means one thing, and because you put it in the order, that's so you kind of chose what your priorities in your life are. So
Okay.
because you said horse first,
Yeah.
it signifies your family,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and then you said cow,
Yes.
which signifies your job,
Okay.
and then you said tiger, which is
Mm-hmm.
like your passion or pride,
Mm-hmm.
and then sheep is love,
Mm-hmm.
and pig is money.
Okay. Sounds about, yeah, it sounds about there, I guess, in the way I feel. Maybe something here and there, but yeah, uh, that's a good tool for sure. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. So can you
Hmm.
please try describing each object, the dog, the
Hmm.
cat, the rat, and the sea piece, with one word?
Record one word that described each one of the following. So, dog would be loyal, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Uh, for the cat, uh, yeah, I don't know, uh, because I haven't had a pet like cat, but people do have cats. I would say companion, maybe. Yeah.
Thank you.
And the third one is which animal? Sorry, again.
The third animal is the rat.
The rat. Okay. 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 I would say. Yeah. Uh, uh, just thinking. Sorry, give me a minute. Uh,
Yeah, sure.
I'm just thinking the right word for. Yeah, and nothing good comes to my mind when I think about rat. I don't know. I would say garbage probably. I don't
Garbage.
know what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. And then how about the C, please?
Sorry, what's that?
The C.
So sorry, I didn't get it. So you wanted one word for each of these animals, right? I gave you. Then what's the question?
How about the C? At the very bottom,
Oh,
there's the
sea. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't count it. Okay, sea. Uh, sea of hope. I would say hope because if you see the sea, you see hope. Like so vast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So each item here
Hmm.
will imply the personalities. Yes.
Okay.
So when you said the dog,
Hmm.
that normally would mean your own personality.
Hmm.
Yes. And then for the cat, it implies the personality of your partner.
Hmm. Okay.
And the description of the rat
Hmm.
implies the personality of your enemies.
Okay. Okay.
How
So.
they
Hmm.
dislike them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the description of the sea
Hmm.
implies how your life is.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
It
like
seems. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. For sure. Whatever I said, I think it is falling in place. Sure. Okay.
thank you. Yeah. So I will stop sharing and we will continue. Yes.
Okay. Sure.
So let me. So um. So we're gonna start the third section, which is the suggestion part.
Okay.
So from your personal experience, if you would like to give a piece of advice to children, what advice do you think you should give to them that they should follow?
Hmm. Um. I would say just one thing. If I look back at my life as well, it's more about follow your dreams. I think I briefly touched upon it as well before that. Don't lose hope. For example, I'm just clarifying it more that don't lose hope if you are unsuccessful in few attempts towards your goal. You will definitely achieve it if you give
If you
more
keep
tries or
trying, you have a chance of achieving it, basically.
I'm so, I'm sorry.
So basically, you have a
Hmm.
chance of doing it if you have if you have a positive, if you're
Of
positive.
course, that's yeah, of course, yeah.
Thank you. So now, following
Mhm.
on, is there a piece of advice that you should give to children that they shouldn't do? So based on something that they shouldn't do?
Any shortcuts? Because and I'm not saying that I have not taken a shortcut, and but that's from my experience. If you take a shortcut, it may benefit you uh, in the short term, but in the longer term, it will not be that beneficial because if you follow the process to achieve something, for example, you go through that hard work, you go through whatever is required, then it sticks with you and you get more positive results. So yeah, no shortcuts to anything, I would say.
Thank you. So thank you for all of your answers. We have now completed the third section of this interview.
Hmm.
So now, just to conclude this interview,
Okay.
could I please request you one thing that you've liked about it,
Hmm.
about this
uh,
interview?
Definitely, I think I would suggest I'm taking this as whatever you asked me as a tool or a framework to describe my personality. And as I'm saying that, it was very comprehensive. One word comes to my mind, that whatever questions you asked me, they were reflective of mostly, I would say 95% reflective of how my life has been or what I think. So full marks to you for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And just for the scope of improvement, what do
Mhm.
you think I should change in this interview? Maybe the way I talk, maybe the presentation.
Mm.
What do you think I should
And no, you have been in terms of your presentation. No, I'm pretty impressed. I guess at your age, probably I was not efficient like that for sure. So definitely, very good work done. Maybe just for example, for ignorant people like me, like I had to ask you like on the presentation which animal is what. If it makes sense, maybe you can just
type it?
spell it out as well for just ignorant people like me, not for everyone. I know everyone knows about it. Just nothing more than that.
Sure. Thank you. I'll do that. So thank you for your time today. And as a token of appreciation, I would really, really like to present you with
Mhm.
this
All right.
certificate.
Thank you,
Project.
Aryan. Yeah, honored to
Thank you again.
spoken to you. Thank you.
And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me now. Otherwise, I hope you
I
enjoyed
I
the day.
I don't, and yeah, that's it. I guess continue on your good work, and I hope you will achieve whatever you have set in mind for sure. No one can stop that. Thank you. Bye bye.
See you in the future.